Now by Toni Reavis, Toni's much better half, and Dr. Jim Barahal, the man who runs things with the Honolulu Marathon. First of all, let me get your thoughts on how things went today.
Well, I was in the pace car. I mean, first of all, the whole week has been amazing. We have record number of entries. So it's the biggest Honolulu Marathon ever. And I'm going to say it right here. It's the largest sporting event in the history of Hawaii. So we're really proud to be able to put this on and appreciate all the great support. The race itself, I was with the men's lead. It was a great race. There's no wind, so we knew that was good. The humidity's high. It's getting warm right now, but we had a very fast, competitive race, and we have a great champion. And so we're very excited about the men's race and the competition out there. And now we still have about 30,000 more people to bring home.
Yeah, Toni, your race was much more interesting to watch.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, your thoughts.
Okay, so when it started, it was great because all four ladies were together. And then around when we got past Diamond Head a little bit, you could tell that Judith was trying to be the alpha in the group. And then at 39K is when everything broke up. We lost Judith, and then after that, the two ladies went to go get their bottles. And at 39K, Cynthia took hers, but then Sandra Fellis did not get hers. So all of a sudden, Cynthia said, "Okay, let me go." And then Sandra just psychologically fell behind.
So you saw this happening?
We saw everything.
Wow.
So, but again, when it first started, all four ladies were fine. And then we thought, oh, this is going to be a great race. And then all of a sudden at 39K was the big break. And that was pretty exciting to see.
And that's what Cynthia said. That's what she told us. That's when she knew she was going to win the race.
Yes.
That's pretty late in the race.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden at 39K.
We're 24 miles almost.
Right,
so that's very
we were
late.
shocked because they were still together, towards the latter half of the race. So I was kind of shocked. And then all of a sudden, one lady, the Eritrean, Ethiopian lady, fell apart, went out the back, and then we still had three who looked strong. Yeah. And then there was down to two after that water station situation.
That last water station is right by Diamond Head.
Yeah.
The Elite Bottle. So the hill can do funny things to people.
And we were surprised that she really fell apart because she was fine until she didn't get her bottle.
You're fine till you're not.
Exactly. So psychologically, she sort of just gave up.
Like we say, when the string breaks, it unravels very quickly.
Yeah, and in the men's race we were talking about, Ruben Carrier finished second. Actually, that was a remarkable performance. Toni and I were talking that he went out at about the 10th mile.
Right.
He dropped a 4:38 mile in the 10th mile, and that's early to put the hammer down that fast.
Shocking.
And the hammer that you put down on others often recoils back on you.
Backfires.
So usually you're done at that point, but he wasn't done. And he hung in there, and he only finished, I think, about 18 seconds back.
Exactly.
So amazing that he could, and you could argue that, Toni, that possibly had he waited, maybe he would have won.
He could have easily had all that energy, which you threw away at the 10th mile mark. When you could not win the race at 10, but you could lose the race at 10, and that's essentially what happened. Because he was closing, but he didn't quite have enough energy, which he had used earlier in the race when it was not for any purpose.
So a little bit like a golf tournament, like at the Masters. You can't win the tournament at 12,
right?
The par 3, but you can sure as heck lose it.
What was the year that Tiger went out in 40 for the first 9 and won the tournament?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was we're really happy to get the winning times under 2:12 again. For us, that's kind of been, Honolulu's never going to be the fastest marathon in the world, but we're getting under 2:12 again, and it was a good day, but not a perfect day, but great competition.
Great
women's
competition.
race.
Right.
We knew going in the women's race was probably going to be a little more competitive. We knew we had 4 really great women runners.
Evenly matched.
And we had great men's runners, but we did know that our defending champion Paul was injured, and we did want him to come back, and it was great that he gave it a try, but we found out pretty quickly he wasn't going to be there. So, but it was all around a great professional race and great champions.
How about this? I want to throw the number out again, 36,122. What does that say about the state of the Honolulu Marathon? And are you thinking you can build on this going into next year even more?
We're just getting started here.
Which is so weird to say.
We're just getting this party started, man.
Yeah.
No, it's we really have 2 races here, the professional race, and I got to tell you, I do get comments and feedback. We have great community support. There are some people who say, why do you bring in Kenyans and Eritreans and even some great Japanese runners? Why? No one cares about these fast people. They do care. When we're out in the course, we're coming out on the highway. There's thousands of people going out. People are going nuts to see these top runners and to be that close, to rub elbows with them almost. Right. And coming down Diamond Head today, these are people going out on their 8th mile. and the winner is coming back. He's at his 25th mile, and it's a chicken skin moment, and it's something. We consider everybody out here an athlete, and it's something that you rarely experience in athletics, that you're going to be that close to the champion in that moment, and it's really exciting, and I believe it adds a great element to this great athletic competition.
Well, it validates all the people behind, because you are literally on the same course at the same time. You know exactly where you stack up with the best in the world, and if you didn't have them, it would just be another fun run.
Yeah, and you know where you stack up, and you know. You say, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm in my 8th mile, and this guy is in his last mile." And probably for a second you think, maybe I should just turn around here. And that sounds awful good, but yeah, the marathon works on many levels, and right now we still have tens of thousands of people out on the course, and it's going to be a great day, and we hope we can get everybody in safely. That's the main goal right now.
Yeah, and if you need any indication of how elite these athletes are, I mean, Yamani came over, he's limping, the bottom of his foot is completely blistered, but when you're watching him out on the court, like, he didn't break stride at all. He's like the perfect runner all the way up until the end, and then he gets off and he's like limping, and he said his foot is bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are warriors.
It takes courage.
Yeah. Well, it took courage for him to leave his country and to come to a new country without his family that he hasn't seen in a long time, and to work very hard, driving Ubers, doing food delivery, and training. Now, this guy is a top world-class athlete. He was 5th in the steeplechase in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. So this guy was the top athlete. This is a legend in his own country, 5th in the Olympics, and he leaves it all behind. And Toni will tell you, steeplechasers, which is 3,000 meters, which is around 2 miles over barriers, these guys are strong, and these guys often become great marathoners.
Exactly. Great road racer, great marathoner. So strength event leads to a strength event.
Yeah. All right, guys, thanks for joining us.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Gonna take care.
Dear, happy anniversary, 22nd anniversary.
They got married here.
Barefoot on the beach in Sunset.
Right on the beach. So yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thanks, Jim.